Hey folks, the BMD here. Make sure you tune in to my next episode of Beat the Band, where I interview Greezy Deckz on the Rogers Television Network. Stay tuned. Hey folks, the BMD here on my show Meet the Band. If you or your group would like to be a guest on the show, email us at thebmdpodcast@gmail.com. See you then. You're back on Meet the Band with the BMD. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show, Meet the Band on Rogers Television Network. I'm your host, the one and only BMD. And tonight, we are blessed to have a gentleman, an artist with a very interesting catch name. We're going to find out about that right away. Everybody say hello to Greezy Deckz. Hey, man, how you doing?
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate your time.
Listen, let's get right at it because people want to know. They're thinking, what the heck did the BMD just say? Tell us where you got the stage name. You say it, you break it down, you tell us how you got there.
Yeah, so Greezy Deckz is a word that it's two words that I put together, and it starts off with the word Deckz. So Deckz was always my nickname growing up as a kid because I was a skater. I was a skateboarder growing up. Right. Okay. So I had a heavy passion for skateboarding, and the wood is called the deck. So I would find myself in the skate park all the time, breaking my skateboards, having to buy a new one. So people in the skate park, they started calling me Deckz. Right.
Okay.
And then closer to a bit in high school, when I started rapping, I kind of put the word Greezy on top of it because at that time, I came from an era where that word was like the word that we used to say that is like referring to something that's cool.
Okay.
So I decided to go with the word Greezy Deckz, and then I had a catchy way that I would say it. I would say it like Greezy, and then people just would catch on to it, right? So I put it in my music, I put it in my ad libs and things like that in the background, and then people would like stop me when I'm walking and like. All I would hear is Greezy, and I'll just turn around and be like, "Oh, shoot, you're a fan? Okay, well, that's what's up. I appreciate that." So like, it started really like gravitating to people the way I would say it. Okay. So the name just had a ring to it, I guess.
Okay, I thought when I read the bio and I saw the name, I thought there has to be an interesting story behind this name, and I would have never thought of what you just said. So good for you. Now. We start the shows usually to let everybody know where you've come from, background, culture, heritage. Uh-huh. Can you share with the audience those items on, how you got here? Not today, how you got here by bus, Uber, or you drove. How you got here today in front of us?
It's been a long journey. I started rapping when I was 16 years old. I'm now 29. I'm going to be 30 in January. I was the kid in high school that was like the cool guy that loved music, and everybody could see that, right? So I perform at talent shows, hand out my mixtapes to my friends, just like things like that. Just being ambitious and eager to just thrive in the industry, and then. From there, I just decided to really pursue it a lot more. So, 15 years later, I could say it's just been a long journey, a long grind. I ended up going to school for music in 2014, and I was able to study at Seneca College for independent music production. So I was able to really like perfect my craft, learn the most important things and key elements to being an independent artist. And I was able to learn how to mix and master my own music, produce beats. as well as learning the business side to it and knowing how to approach things within the industry as an independent artist.
Now, you mentioned Seneca. I know their program, you have to be gifted, I know, to get in that program. So how did you cut the mustard there? What did you do to impress the staff there on your interview, or what happened? Tell us how, because I know they, much like a Canadian Idol thing, they select very few people come into the course after, I understand, hundreds and even thousands of application. So what made you have the winning formula on your interview?
I would say that they could tell that I was had potential, that I was definitely ambitious to dive into the music world and definitely perfect it as a young person growing up. I definitely feel like my bio and my pictures. So what it was a process where we had to submit a demo along with a bio and some pictures. So it was really like a press kit, like you're submitting it to a label almost, right? So I had just done my research because I was eager to really be a part of the program. And then I was just doing my due diligence. I was just making sure that I was following up on the things I needed to know to be able to be eligible, to be able to pass and be able to get in good graces with the interview. So pretty much I put together.
Would you recommend the process to the young Greezy Deckz? Hold on, Greezy Deckz out there. Would you recommend the process to the young bloods out there? We call them the young bloods that are thinking of maybe, getting into this vocation of the arts. Would you recommend this program?
Yes, this is definitely one of the best programs I can say will definitely structure you as an artist and make sure that you know everything and that you're well-rounded. It's very important for artists that are independent to know the knowledge and it's 90% business, 10% talent. So it's very key to know the best things to study when it comes to music that can help you advance in your career, right? So I would definitely recommend it to any up and coming artists. And I have in the past. I've referenced it to like one of my friends in the past, and he actually ended up taking the same program and graduated himself. And now he's doing things like podcasting, videography. So it's very diverse. You also get a chance to choose your lane after the fact. So you don't always have to be an artist. You could be a talent manager. You could be a booking agent. You know what I mean? You could be a publicist, just learning how to know your way around the music industry.
You're listening to Meet the Band with me, the BMD. I'm coming to you with a music video showcase. Stay tuned.
Let me start for a second, count my blessings. Count it, so count it, so count it. Had to stop for a second, count my blessings. Whoa. Count it up. Now count it up. Count it up. I know they're there, cause they stay at it up. Now count it up. Count it up. I count it twice, but sometimes that ain't enough. I counted twice, yeah, that's more than once. I tally up all my blessings, but nah, this ain't enough. Never, yeah. For some reason, things are adding up. But look at the bright side, it could be rough. Then look at the brighter, cause it could be tougher. I'm counting the blessings up just like it's algebra. Cause I got the keys like a janitor. I got the keys, free healthcare. We lucky we living in Canada. Sometimes when I don't have a meal, I think of the starving children out in Africa. I gotta make moves on my own, yeah. But lucky I still got creative control. Yeah, all of my masters are own. I do. My education's what I value the most. My shorty, she bougie. Woo! I keep a ting with me that's back to the bone. She know that I'm fly like a drone. Fly. She said it's a blessing, I'm making the most. It's a blessing. I'm doing it big. I'm doing some things that I couldn't before. I got a roof over my head and clothes on my back, so I'm praising the Lord. Everybody has a talent. If you got one, then you should be grateful. You can't always get what you want, and that's why some people are very ungrateful. Hey, let me stop for a second, count my blessings. So let me stop, count all my blessings. Had to stop for a second, count my blessings. Whoa, say what? Now count it up, count it up. I know they're there, cause they stay at it up. Now count it up, count it up. I counted it twice, but sometimes that ain't enough. See what I'm saying? Like, it's not about what you don't have, it's about what you do have, you know? Nah, I mean, just stay focused in life, you know? Keep a positive mind state, keep your head up. You know what I mean? We gonna get through this. See what I'm saying? Don't be feeling all down and shit, like, it's not even that serious, man. Just count your blessings, you'll be straight. Woo! Say word! Greezy.
You're back on Meet the Band with the BMD. So where have you come from? What about your culture and heritage? Share some of that with us.
Yeah, so my mom is from Barbados, and my father is from Ghana, this place in Africa. So I'm Asian African, and I grew up in Brampton for the most part of my life. And since then, I've traveled a little bit, seen the world a little bit with my music. Thank God for that. And yeah, that's a bit about me. I have a lot of family back home in Barbados. I have a lot of family from my extended on my dad's side in Africa. And yeah, I actually have some family too in the United Kingdom.
Were you born here? Born out of country?
I was born here. I was born here in Toronto.
Okay. Do you carry some of your culture and heritage in your music?
Yes, I would say so. I would say, put it this way, I would say me being Canadian first is my go-to. I love the way I grew up in this country, and I was able to have so many opportunities at my hand, and so many blessings that you know, in other places is not as fortunate. You know what I mean? Even such as healthcare and things like that. So I feel like me just being Canadian is a very big thing to me. It's very important that I'm an artist that's from Canada, because everywhere I go, I represent that, and that's what people can see and stick out, and they gravitate towards. They like the fact that you're from Canada when you go to places like New York and Los Angeles and California. You know.
What about your edge? How do you keep your edge up?
My edge. What are you referring to?
Well, you get up in the morning, maybe you're thinking about a song, a beat, or some phrasing or structure. What's driving you? What's driving you to the studio? Driving you to make the new song? Try again. Maybe there's been lots of failures. Maybe there's been lots of success. Everybody's looking to hit the big one. So how do you keep your edge up?
Staying consistent and having the music equipment at my disposal. So I'm able to work at it as I please, versus having to wait to go to a studio to record a song. So
what about the it factor? Do you feel you have the it factor? Do you feel you have the magic in the bottle?
I feel like I have something special as of now, because I just added the element of producing into my skill set. So me knowing how to just songwrite and then mix and master my own records, and now producing them, I can now create a song from scratch from my head and put it together and then show it to people, and it's just amazing. Now it's like it's a better feeling because it's everything is being done 100% by me.
So I'm a record label, and I'm considering you to be my new artist.
Yes,
so
sir.
Tell me why I should select you.
You should select me because I'm for the people. You know, I'm for the kids. I'm for the working class citizens. I'm for the college students.
I like that. Like that.
You know, the people that are definitely in love with music. You know what I mean? So you should pick me because I have a good style that would definitely come across in a way that's positive, nothing negative.
Now your bio said you like to entertain.
Yes, sir.
So where did you come up with that? Again, going back to the it factor, we asked about that. We asked about the edge. Mm-hmm. Why do you like to entertain?
To be honest, I thrive off of it. I when I get on stage, I turn into a whole different person. You know what I mean? And that person is Greezy Deckz, right? The regular me, I'm Kyle. I go to work, you know what I mean? I make glasses for a living. I'm a lab technician. I work for Hip-Hop Optical. And I get a chance to see different sides and different perspectives of the world, right? So I just thrive when I get on stage, and it makes me want to just go crazy, right? So because I love doing music so much, even just hearing it, I want to dance. I want to dance as soon as it's on. I want to perform it as soon as I get a chance. You know what I mean? And I want to be able to show people what I'm capable of in terms of like my passion, my dream, and hope that they enjoy themselves, just even me performing a song for them. You know what I mean?
You know, you mentioned you were born here, Barbados and Guyana descent or background. What have you learned from those cultures? I know it wouldn't be in your music 100%, but what have you learned from, say, your mom and dad, those influences that are maybe helping you in your music, maybe songwriting, maybe producing, maybe singing today?
I would say the way I was raised. You know, my mom, she raised us for the most part and taught us a lot of morals and life lessons from just her life story, just growing up in Barbados as a sibling of many, having to figure it out on her own at a young age. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of tough love instilled in me that helped me become a gentleman, helped me become disciplined and humble, you know, not too arrogant, just definitely happy with myself and knowing that, you know, you work hard at something, it'll pay off. So that's what I grew up seeing, my mom working hard, finally it paying off. And now she's reaping the benefits of her hard work. So it's like she sets the bar high for me, and that's something that influences me to do music and go harder with it.
Okay. Now, what about your music genre that you selected? What's the deal there? Why that? Why not AC/DC, Pink Floyd, or you know, Michael Bublé? You know, the Frank Sinatra style. Like, why the genre that you picked? Why that?
I grew up listening to a lot of hip hop and R&B, and it was a balanced mixture. So I just feel like I was always going to be immersed in that type of genre. But going through college, I ended up becoming pretty much versatile to a point where I was able to learn how to write any style of music. So it was a good thing for me to learn how to just get outside the box and think about different ways to approach the music, because it helped me just be diverse in my sound.
You're listening to Meet the Band with me, the BMD. I'm coming to you with a music video showcase. Stay tuned.
changed to the same me. We still taking over. Yeah, we go ham every year. Yeah, go ham every year. So nothing changed to the same me. I'm still taking over. Yeah, I'm the man every year. Yeah, I'm the man of the year. Last year was kinda crazy. Said I just left 2018. For my bro, I just had a drop in canteen. Yeah, so nothing's changed, I'm the same me. Yeah, I go ham every year. Yeah, that's the plan every year. Yeah, raise your glass in the air. Splash, make it rain like a dare. Wish I knew Year's resolution. I'm chopping bars like I lost a connection. Yeah, I'm about to turn up with my brethrens. I'm making mad every year, what a blessing. Yeah, you already know what it do. Every day we be steady making moves. Spending all year long in the booth. Last year, same shit, nothing new. Said nothing changed, still the same me. We still taking over. Yeah, we go ham every year. Yeah, we go ham every year. So nothing changed, still the same me. I'm still taking over. Yeah, I'm the man every year. Yeah, I'm the man of the year.
You're back on Meet the Band with the BMD. Your style.
Yeah.
I noticed in the demos you sent over, your style's pretty interesting. Can you explain it?
I would say my style is just it feels Canadian like. It feels like the culture, that the slang that we talk, just growing up in parts of Brampton and Toronto and the GTA area. I feel like it's good to implement those types of things so that the demographics recognize it when they hear it and they're able to relate. So my style is just greasy, right? That's what right?
Good answer. Good answer. Now, what about your writing? Can you, without giving your maybe home secrets or your trade secrets, can you tell us about writing and how the style is reflected in the writing?
I feel like I'm unapologetic sometimes with what I want to say. I'm very spontaneous. I might make a song about I'm probably the only artist that might make a song about anything. I'm like the perfect type of guy that could make a jingle and make $1 million off of it, right? So I feel like my style is very playful. It's very energetic. A lot of upbeat vibes in terms of the fast-paced production. But then I like to switch it up with the hip-hop R&B-ish. So sometimes I like to sing on my choruses and then I'll rap the verses. And then or I might do a song that's just rap for the consumers that just like a little bit harder hip-hop sounding. So if I want to do something,
do you start with the beats? Or do you have, say, a phrase in your head or a one-liner you expand on? Elaborate on that.
I think that sometimes I like to get creative and sometimes something happens and it's like it sparks an idea, right? So somebody, for example, could have stepped on my shoe. And then I'd be like, man, you just stepped on my shoe. And then I'll be like, oh, I should just make a song about that. Let's call it Stepped on My Shoe. Right? So I'm very... I like to capture moments that happen while they're happening. And then I may think about something that may have happened and then reflect on it and then find a beat that matches the vibe and then come to it. So what I usually do first is come with the chorus. The chorus always is in my head and I never have to write it. It's just, if I hear the beat and I like it, I can come up with something that's catchy. So that's my go-to. Make something catchy that people could recite.
We ask everybody that comes on, every artist, tell us how tough the music is, the music industry is. You got 30 seconds.
It could be easy, but it could get tough if you don't navigate it properly, right? So if you try to do it by yourself and don't have the knowledge, it's going to be very difficult trying to accomplish certain things without being misled or misguided in a way where people might want to try to get one over you because you don't know what you're doing. That happens a lot.
And what would your tip of the day be to all the young bloods out there?
My tip of the day be for all the young bloods would be to do your research. If you really want to get into this industry, know what it takes to be an independent artist and have all the key elements studied so that when you want to do something, you'll know how to do it. You won't have to reach out to anybody. You won't have to depend on nobody. We're almost out of time. How can people connect with you? You guys can connect with me on Instagram at Greezy Deckz. That's GreezyDeckz. I'm also on YouTube, youtube.com/Greezy Deckz. I have a lot of music videos. You guys could check out my music on there. I'm also on every platform, at all DSPs, Spotify, Apple Music. You could search Greezy Deckz and check out my catalog. I have a lot of music that's been released over the years. I'm also working on new music. I'm about to release a new project that's my first album produced by me, 100%, everything mixed, mastered, and produced. And
okay,
got a lot of different things on the way. Well, thank you very much for entertaining us. Folks, you've been listening to the show Meet the Band on the Rogers Television Network. I'm the BMD, and don't forget, if you're happy, tell a friend. See you next time. Say word. Thank you for having me. Hey folks, the BMD here on my show Meet the Band. If you or your group would like to be a guest on the show, email us at thebmdpodcast@gmail.com. See you then.